What's going on YouTube? Guardedkam here from Team KYP. Just a small video about why I love playing the game, like Yugioh. I don't know. I always think back to when I was a kid when the game was simple. Like it was just all you had. You didn't have an extra deck; you had a fusion deck. Nowadays it's everything. You got synchro, you got XYZ, got pendulums, all kind of stuff now. And I know people really don't like the new link summoning coming out. Like, I don't know, I'm on the fence about it as well. Like I've said before, it's a new mechanic. We're all gonna have to get used to. Like, what can we do? It's a new part of the game. People are already trying to figure out ways how to use older decks to beat the link summoning system, like Dark Lords or what else is there? All older decks just try to beat the system. But I mean, what can you do? Like, you're gonna have to learn how to use it anyways. Like, take link summoning and I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt right now. Cause we're like, who knows, maybe Link Summon will become like one of the better like summonings there is out there. Maybe someone will be like, oh, you Link Summon this, you can Link Summon that. Who knows? Like, didn't come out yet. Everybody's jumping boat right away. But I don't know. The reason why I love the game because of like everything that it's given me. Like I love playing the game. I love going to my locals, play. Even if I don't win, I don't have to win. I just like going, especially with my friends. Like, I have a community. Like my teammates that we come together and we play. We love playing the game. Like, come to my house, go to my friend's house. We all love just playing the game and just sit there and can spend hours playing that game. Like, sometimes we could run like 6 hours, 7 hours, and we don't even notice it. It's just because we love the game so much. And I don't know. I know some of my friends always like, oh, you spend so much money on that game and that. But I mean, it makes me happy. Like, I'd rather be spending money on a game that makes me happy and then spending it on either drinking all the time or doing drugs all the time, something like that. Like, it's a game that, I mean, yeah, the cards are expensive sometimes. You got cards that easily $100 or $50. Like, it gets expensive. I can guarantee you, like, no matter what deck you play, no matter what card you're buying, they're expensive. Like, $20 one card, $50 another. I know it gets really expensive, but no matter pay to play something I'm gonna actually enjoy. I know I enjoy this game. And I probably continue enjoying playing it. Like, I don't know, it brings back so many memories back when I was younger. Like, like, I remember when I was younger, I used to have all these nice cards. I had the whole Exodius set, I had all the the non-usable god cards. And I remember, like, they were so cool, like, everybody wanted them. They were like, oh man, you got Slifer? I want that guy. What do you want for it? And I'm like, no man, it's mine. I'd keep it, and Winged Dragon of Ra, Obelisk, I'd have all of them. It'd be cool. Because everybody wanted them. And I was like, oh. But then one day my brother broke into my safe and took them and sold all my cards. I was so upset. I think that was like one of the other times, so I think I stopped playing the game because I had no more cards. I got really upset. Like, I think that was one of the times I gave up on the game because I didn't have anything that I could do anymore. But now that, like, after years ago, I always blame my buddy Yugioh. It was all his fault I got back in the game and started spending all this money. When I was one time I was at a convention. I think it was Comic-Con or a Talkathon. I was just looking, and I remember seeing some old cards. I was like, oh man, that's so cool. Like, oh, they got Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, like, these nice rarities. I even see some, like, for the first time for me, seeing Ghost Rares, because back then we never had Ghost Rares at all. I was like, oh man, that's so cool. Like, I just started, like, I spent like $200 on cards. Like, they weren't even like ones I wasn't even building a deck or anything. I just bought them because I was like, oh, it'd be cool to be a collector again, just to take them, and who knows. But then buddy Ojo heard about it, and he was like, oh man, you should just come play. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's like really complicated now. Like, we got so many like, there's like so many stuff now. He's like, yeah, man. There's a lot since you left. He's like, when did you leave? I'm like, back when we just had purple cards, fusion cards. He's like, whoa, you serious? I'm like, yeah, man. I was like, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in a long time. He's like, yeah. He's like, you got a lot of catching up to. He's like, well, after fusion, synchros came. And I was like, what's a synchro? He's like, it's the white card. I was like, okay, how does that work? And he explained to me. I'm like, okay. Then he's like, now there's exceeds. I was like, okay. It's like, those are the black ones. Those ones, but he showed me. I'm like, okay, those are, to me, when I first started like learning everything, I was like, they're not that bad. You just gotta have two of the same levels though. I'm like, all right, that's doable. And then he's like, now I got pendulums. I was like, pendulums? I was like, it's like, yeah, they're half spell, half monster. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. And then he started showing me, and I had a hard time. I remember like, it's been about 2 or 3 years now. Like when I finally went, it must be about 2 years now because the pendulums haven't been around that long. But then I remember like, I was super nervous. We went to our first not locals, but it was a game store in Montreal, and I was like, oh man, I was like super nervous. I couldn't stop shaking. I was like, man, what if I'm not good? Like, cause when he helped me make my deck, it was a hybrid between the Ignites and Exodia build, and it was really interesting. I actually whipped him out in my first tournament. It was fun. Everybody yelled, oh, Exodia! And it was awesome. I held it up, I was like, yeah, and I beat the kid. It was Cyber Dragons. It was freaking amazing. I actually stopped his Nova. He couldn't bring out Infinity. It was crazy. I was so excited. I couldn't really tell. I was like, man, Exodia was like one of the first cards. Like, it's like, I remember opening my first pack when I got him. Like when I was younger. Like I was like, oh man, got one of his legs. And I remember like opening one of them like not too long ago when I first got into the game. I actually bought like a box set and one of the packs. I think it was one of the Ghost Rares or Gold Rares or packs or something. And I got another like piece of them. I was like, man, it just brings some back like memories. I was like, I don't know, like I'm just like, the game just brings back so much for me. Like nowadays, like especially now they bring back a lot of like they keep bringing back old decks. Like they brought back Exodia stuff. They brought back Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Luster Soldier, so many. Buster Blader. Buster Blader was my favorite card back in the day. My friend, we went to a tournament and it was for every, like we were like in the finals, and I don't know at one point, but if you would lose, you'd have to give up your best card. And I remember losing to him, and I was so sad. I actually ran away with my card, and he chased me down to get it back. I ran so far away just to keep my Buster Blader, because like back then he was like the coolest Ultra to have. But he came and get it. But I remember I love playing the game. The game keeps changing, like, but I mean, we'll adapt even if people don't like it, because that's why I love playing the game. Like, you just like, it's, I don't know, it's just I guess the people, like, I know sometimes people say like our bad communities, like, oh, the theft and everything. Like theft is like you go to regionals and they actually have to hire security because of how much theft there is. But I don't know, I like going into things and like, oh, you want to trade this? Yeah, I'll trade that. Like, oh, you got this? I'll trade you with that. I was like, people like want stuff. People like want, like I made friends just going to locals or regionals. Like every time we even meet them, like, oh, we're always talking, or we'll trade or something. Like, it's crazy. And I don't mind. Like, I love making friends. Like where I work, I make friends like almost all the time. Like, I've gotten stuff out of it, and I don't know, stuff that I want out of it, but it's just like, oh, well, here, like, you could take this or something like that. Like, just like how the Yu-Gi-Oh game is, like, like my friends, they all like to, well, like, Ninja Boy, I'll give him cards, like, because I pretty much got him like really back into the game, because I remember I think for 2 Christmases, because he's my fiance's cousin. I kept buying him cards. Like I bought him the Yu-Gi-Oh Legendary box when it first came out, and so forth. And now like he's pretty much there with us. My friend Crazy Wolf, he actually, when I quit the game, I gave him all my stuff. And that's why I was upset when I came back into the game. I asked him, hey, can I have some of my old stuff back? I mean, I know now it's like, now that I think about it, it's like all the stuff I gave him was like irrelevant. Like it's no longer as good. But it would have just been nice to have some of my stuff back. And he was actually like on the fence. He's like maybe. And I was like, okay. So I pretty much had to, like, I remember I traded for my original Neos. Man, I love that guy. Like, it's one of my best cards I had back in the day for Elemental Heroes. And then I remember trading for it. I had to trade for my original one back. But yeah, as I said, I remember the game was a lot simpler. But I don't know. Like like I said, I'm on the fence about Link's Summoning. I'm just, because the game's changed so much already. Like for me, like I remember, like as I said, there was only one summoning. Now I came back and I had to learn all this, and now we're gonna have to learn another one. Like it's getting there. It's like it's gonna be interesting for sure. We'll have to see how that turns out. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna willing to try to. I want to make it to actually like a. I'm gonna have to make a functional deck. Like we'll get our first structure deck and we'll just have to learn from there, pretty much. But I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I get upset about the game though, like especially with family and that. Like we're just, I don't know. I know my dad thinks it's just a kid's game, and I don't know. My mom laughs, I guess, about it too, and my stepmom and dad thinks even of it as a thing. But I don't know. It makes me happy. Just like things they do make them happy. I just like. I mean, I know they don't have to like it, but they like just say that, like, I guess they know that I enjoy it. Maybe just not belittle it sometimes. Like I know I can't even say it's a card game for kids anymore, because like, what's the ratio of seeing kids play this game anymore? Like, it's all older people. Like people who played this game either since the beginning or when it was a kid's game and it was simple. And now it's all like older people. Like I've seen like a 40-year-old playing this game. I think it was almost 50. One guy at one of the tournaments I went to in Montreal, and like there's nothing wrong with it. You could be any age to play this game. Just like, what's the likelihood of someone young playing it anymore? Like I've gone to maybe 2 regionals. Wow, this year, and I've only seen like maybe 3 to 5 kids, and that's like a big thing. Like there's like at least 200 players there, and you only see that many kids. As I said, it is an adult game now. It's so complex now. Like things are different than what it was. So you can't really even call it a kids game anymore, or maybe a big kids game because everyone's growing up now. But I don't know. It just sucks that, like, I don't know. Still, I find it saddening because people don't like that I played a game. I mean, yeah, it does take up a lot of money. I know I've said that before. Just wish they would know, like, at least like not put it down. Like I don't call everything that everyone else likes down. Like my buddy likes cars. I don't call any of his cars down. Like he's got a nice Malibu. I don't call it down. I'm like, oh, it's a shitty car. Like people like say like this game and like it's like a waste of time. But I don't think so. I like that I get to spend time with people, with my friends, like someone I've known like a long time, and makes me happy to play a game that other people actually like to play and be versatile with. And I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I don't know. I just really, because like even then, like to play the game, it's just so much fun. Like if you can really learn how to sit down and play this game instead of just like trying to give up right away. Like I said, it can't be that hard. Like to learn how to play. Like I'm always trying to get new players, new people to play. Like I always try, like we have a friend. His name's Yugioh. He he actually used to play the game a long time ago. Like with us. Like I think he actually sold me all his cards, and they weren't really that great. They were all old vanillas and whatever. An old Slifer I seen in there. Like holy, it was all beaten up. But as I said, I was telling him, I'm like, why did you come back to the game? I'm like, it's actually about to get really simple in a little bit. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, because I'm like, well, there's this new Link summoning coming out, and I said it's gonna slow the game down a bit. He's like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah. I'm like, it's gonna kind of like slow down all the other summonings. He's like, that sounds interesting. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm like, it'd be like one of the best times to come back. I'm like, especially when the new structure that comes out. He's like, well, he's like, maybe I'll take a look into it. I'm like, well, that's cool. I was like, of course, like we want new players. I was like, and more friends to play with. Like I said, we already have like a good sized group of us from like my native reserve. Like there's about, well, in the team there's about 5 of us, and I think there's another maybe 2 to 4 that we like play with, I guess, or yeah. Well, they haven't come around so often, but I guess, well, it's just like life. Life gets busy, like work stuff, like bait kids. Like I know one of our friends. He's just having it. He's like his girlfriend just got pregnant with his 2nd kid now, so he's pretty busy. But I mean, we all enjoy playing the game, even if anything. But what can you do? Like it's Yu-Gi-Oh. That's why I love playing the game. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh. You just have to learn how to play everything. But I don't know. I just want to have a small like talk to people. Like I want more of the group to be here. Just as I said, not all can be on time or scheduled up or not. Like, everyone's got something to do, you know. Especially over here, it's like almost 12 o'clock at night. Well, or 12 in the morning, you want to say. So I said I get everyone here at one time. It's hard sometimes. Like I work nights, so and then mornings I'm usually sleeping. But I always try making time. I always try making time for games or my friends, or like even at night. Like I'd be like, hey, it's 11 o'clock. Come on over. There's gonna be the duels going on and that. But I sometimes my buddy gets discouraged because he doesn't win all the time. But I mean, you can't win all the time. There's always gonna be one guy who's always better. I mean, I don't mind. Like sometimes I get tired of the game. Like not tired of the game, but tired of like losing sometimes. But it's like just gotta try making it better. You gotta make it better. Like make the deck better. You gotta make the game better. Like you can't just give up. That's why I don't. That's why I like make. Like I have like I don't remember how many decks I have. Like I must have at least 10, maybe more. I don't even know. I'd have to go count. But there's a lot. I have a lot. Like I tried being as versatile. Like I mostly tried like staying like to fusion decks before when I first started. Like the first deck I made back the first 2 decks I had when I came back into the game were Ignites and a hero build, a newer version of the hero build. And as I said, I was like, I gotta be more versatile with this. I started doing other decks. I started doing other stuff like trying to think of one right off the bat. Well, I had Magnet Warriors, but like that wasn't right off the bat. Like that just like as soon as we started getting new stuff. Well, I had my Turbo Neo stick because I had pretty much everything at the time to make it, like Blaze Man, Shadow Mist, Neos, whatever. But I'm trying to think of some other decks I had to build at the time when I first started. think I did a crappy Destiny hero build. That one was crap. What else? I don't know, a bunch of deck stuff, but yeah, I don't know. But that's what the point of the game is, just to have fun. I hope no one ever wants to just leave the game because the game gets too complicated or too hard. Like, just stick with it. Like, it's the game. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. That's why I love playing it. Like, it just becomes so much more sometimes. Like, and people adapt. We always adapt. Humans adapt. That's what we do. But hopefully, no, not too many people leave the game when Link Summoning comes out. Like, I don't know, I'll be glad to meet half these people out there. I just hope you want to meet me. Like, I'll talk to anybody practically. I talk to people that I don't even like. It's just who I am. I'm just a nice guy. But, well, thanks. If you've stayed through the whole video, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Guardedkam, and I'm out. Thanks.